Hi, I'm Julia. I live in France, and I'm the girl with the perfect life, curious about what perfect means. Let's stick around to find out. By the way, please like and subscribe for Luna Avatar. I grew up in a well-off family. My dad is a successful entrepreneur. Every venture he started turned into a gold mine. My mom is an international artist. In my parents' eyes, I'm a diamond ring, and they spoiled me endlessly. Anything I touched, my dad would buy for me. On my 10th birthday, I asked my dad if I could start ballet lessons, and he built a huge dance studio in our backyard. My friends were jealous when they saw it.
Oh, Dad, you are the most awesome person alive!
I only did a small thing for my treasure. And remember the doctor's advice, sweetheart. Don't get overexcited.
Yep, I get worse when I worry or get too joyful. Overall, my life is perfect, and every kid dreams of being me. But as I grew up, things started to change. Dad was often busy at the company and rarely came home, and Mom was touring everywhere. We didn't spend much time together, and I was also busy with my own life. At least we still had our annual family vacation on my birthday. I'm really eager to go to China for my 18th birthday. It's wrong to count your chickens before they hatch. My parents' decision ruined everything.
Julia, your mom and I have decided to separate.
What? Separate? But why?
Baby, we're getting a divorce.
Are you serious, Mom? Dad?
We felt stuck in a hole for a long time.
Are you saying we're not a happy family? I've owned every collection before they were even released. You have fame, and Dad has mansions and a private yacht. We have an amazing life. We are happy people.
We're not happy together. We don't want to continue like this forever. It's better for us to separate now.
No way! I'll do whatever it takes to stop this!
Sorry, Julia, but it doesn't depend on you. Your dad and I need to free each other. Don't you feel like you're being selfish, only wanting to keep all the good things for yourself?
I got mad, threw a vase, ran to my room, and slammed the door. A few weeks later, Mom moved out and they officially divorced. The days that followed were the worst of my life. I imprisoned myself in my room and cried. It was such a crisis for a fragile soul like me. I overthought ways to reverse everything, but my plans soon went down the cliff when Dad told me that. He is dating a woman and wants me to meet her at dinner tonight. Of course, I hate it, but I don't want to make Dad sad. I have no choice. I arrived at the meeting point and saw my dad standing side by side with an elegant lady and a girl.
You must be Julia. I'm Kayla. Your dad has told me so much about you.
Oh, thank God, my father just talked about you to me this morning. You know, he has a wife and I don't think he should have a girlfriend. No, I must call you a home.
Homewrecker?
Haha, Julia just wants to make everyone laugh. She's so talkative.
Right! Laugh every moment you can because your time dating my dad won't last long.
Enough! Julia!
Never mind, Dad. I find her quite interesting. By the way, I'm Doris. It's nice to meet you. Why don't we go out and have some fun?
Wait, did this girl just call my dad Dad? Jerk, I follow her to see what stupid things she will do.
She showed me around, and everywhere was filled with her awards. Even while sitting in the living room, my dad couldn't stop talking about Doris's perfection, which drove me crazy.
Doris is not only academically talented, but also an amazing ballet dancer. Julia, you should also hear Doris sing. Her voice is like an angel.
Thanks, Dad. Lame. Sounds good, but I don't care. Everyone's a singer these days, and I'm a perfect dancer, by the way.
To prove it, I got up from the chair and showed off my acrobatic skills. Unexpectedly, I lost my balance and fell hard on the floor. Dad rushed to help me, and I was so embarrassed. A few days later, things got even worse when I encountered Doris in the hallway.
Are you daring to tail me?
No. Our dad just enrolled me at your school. By the way, how's your arm? You took quite a fall. I used to be a gymnast, so if you want, I can give you some tips to recover quicker.
Oh, that's kind of you, but it's none of your business. Besides, he's my dad, not our dad. You might fool everyone with your pretty face, but I won't be fooled. Witchy!
I walked away before she could respond. I was really annoyed that everyone around seemed to admire her. The girls praising her style, and the guys were fighting each other to talk to her.
Look at her, trying to slay as much as possible. I just want to rush in and scratch that dirty face.
I understand your feeling. I hate home wreckers, but I think you're giving her more attention than she deserves. Julia, you're so much more beautiful and intelligent than she is.
Amber's right. I'm so much more perfect than she is, and I'm rich. Why can't I snatch her spotlight? Everything would have been fine if I hadn't walked by the dance studio and inadvertently overheard her conversation with another girl.
She'd better have good manners. I mean, it's not my fault if her parents don't want to live together, right?
Right, she's such a weirdo, but you're really gorgeous. Where do you get your hair done? Give me the stylist's number.
Doris is laughing. I have to show her who I really am. The next day, in our swimming class, I gave Doris the friendliest smile. She seemed confused until she opened her bag and a bunch of cockroaches spilled out. Doris jumped up and bumped into the guy next to her, and they both fell into the pool. I couldn't stop laughing. Another time, in basketball class, I swapped Doris's clothes with a medieval outfit, and she walked out looking like a ridiculous clown. Everyone rushed over to comfort her while I stood in the corner laughing my head off. Suddenly, Amber leaned in close to me.
It's you?
Yep, Doris looked like a rat just crawled out of the sewer. Smart move, right?
No, Julia, it's bullying. It's not the right way to get revenge on someone.
You mean my pranks are still too gentle? Okay, I'll need to step up my game with harsher ones to dump her and her mom from my family life so my mom will come back.
It's impossible, Julia. Doris and her mom are not the cause. The issues are with your mom and dad.
Shut up! Oh, I forgot. Your mom witnessed firsthand her husband with another woman in their bedroom. You know my dad isn't cheating like that?
The moment I said it, I regretted it immediately. I was stunned to see a group of people standing behind, eavesdropping. Amber was shocked and shouted,
You're the cruel witch. That night, my mood was at rock bottom, so I went home early. But when I came through the door, I saw Kayla sneaking around talking to someone on the phone. I went closer to eavesdrop on their conversation. Suddenly my phone rang, and Kayla immediately hung up and turned to look at me with a confused expression.
Hey, sweetie, why are you back home so soon?
You, stop calling me that. Where's my dad?
I don't know. Maybe he has an appointment.
She quickly passed by me to leave, and a bunch of money accidentally fell out of her handbag. She seemed panicked, hurriedly stuffing it back into her bag before leaving in a rush. Why does she act so weird? Afterwards, I went out for dinner with Dad. I couldn't hide my suspicions about his girlfriend, so I asked him,
Does Kayla know the safes combination?
What? Why do you ask me that?
Dad, don't you think she might have fallen for you because of the money? I tried to look up information about her, but found nothing. What if she's a scammer, spy, or something like that?
No way you're overthinking, Julia. She loves me and we're happy together.
Those words made my heart split apart. The next day, when I walked into class, I saw Amber sitting next to Doris. I walked over and slammed my book down on the desk.
Are you trying to get back at me by hanging out with that witch's daughter? I thought you hated her. Bestie!
No, Julia, you're the only one who hates her. I hate you, and Doris feels the same.
No, Julia, I'm sure you didn't mean it like that. Why don't you join us? I think we can work things out.
Freak! Don't act like you're an angel. You're so fake!
Don't care about her, Doris. Making her understand this is as hard as getting a duck to dance.
Haha, you're just a duck quack! Quack! I'll show you who you're messing with.
I pushed Amber and she fell to the ground. Doris rushed to help her. At that moment, the teacher walked in and called me a troublemaker, punishing me to stand in the hallway. After that, I often bullied classmates, skipped classes, and failed subjects. My parents put me in a reform school, but eventually they gave up. My hatred for them grew stronger, and I decided to get revenge on Doris. The perfect opportunity came when my dad organized a birthday party for Doris. I had a chance to humiliate her. That night when the party started, I saw Kayla sneaking out to the backyard and talking to someone mysterious. I moved closer to listen to their conversation, my heart pounding as if it was going to burst out.
I said don't come here.
You didn't answer the phone. I need to make sure that both you and Doris are okay.
We're better than ever. You came here for the money, didn't you? Here it is.
Thanks, by the way. I just want to say secrets are no longer secrets when two people know them.
I have no other choice. I don't want anyone to find out who I really am. So, take this money and keep your idiot mouth shut.
The mysterious guy jumped through the wall in an instant. Kayla turned around, and when she saw me behind her, she accidentally dropped the glass. Her face went pale.
I was right. You and Doris are the scammers.
Julia, it's not what you think.
Really? Or maybe a super thief or a wanted criminal. I will expose the dirty faces of both of you.
Kayla tried to stop me, but I ran inside and straight to the main stage. I turned off the music and plugged in my phone. As the man's voice started playing, Doris suddenly began to tremble. At that moment, Dad rushed over and grabbed my phone, throwing it down to the floor.
Dad, why did you do that?
I'm going crazy from your ridiculous pranks.
Ridiculous? Oh my God, these two have deceived you. She gave money to a stranger to keep some terrible secret. Dad, you've been fooled by these witches.
No, because I know the truth. The money you're talking about belongs to Kayla, not me.
And Dad told me everything. Kayla had lived in hell while married to a thug, and Doris is their daughter.
I didn't want my daughter to live in a toxic environment for even one more second. So, one day, when my daughter was 3 years old, I stole money from my ex-husband and ran away with Doris. We changed our names, and things started to get better. but I was always afraid that Doris's father might find us one day. The man you saw is someone I hired to protect us.
But Mom, you told me that Dad was a police officer and that he passed away before I was born.
Sorry, Doris. I don't want to mention that bastard.
Haha, what a birthday surprise. Thanks, Julia. You've succeeded in ruining my party and even my family. Are you happy now?
Doris, I don't know.
I tried to be kind because I saw you were hurting from your parents' divorce. But now I realize you only wanted to get revenge on me. It's awful, and I don't want to see your face anymore.
I felt very ashamed. Doris cried and ran to her room. I wanted to apologize, but my dad kicked me out of the house. That night, I wandered the streets, reflecting on how selfish I'd been and how blinded I was to place all the blame on Doris. It's the first time in my life I felt this kind of regret and guilt. The next morning, Dad sadly told me that Doris and Kayla had gone to the airport to leave for London. I rushed to the airport to find them.
What are you doing here?
I don't want you to leave. Listen, Doris, I was selfish and jealous. I thought you came to take everything from me. My dad, my best friend, my life. You were right. I was truly selfish.
You know, we've moved around a lot, and I didn't have any siblings or friends. I was genuinely excited to think that I finally had a stable place in a family. I wasn't trying to steal anything from you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. Can we become a family?
Are you serious?
Yes, it's all from the heart. And we went back home.
The next day, I went to Amber's house to apologize to her.
Amber, I'm so sorry. I was a terrible friend. I hurt you when you were trying to help me do the right thing.
Amber smiled and walked toward me.
I'm not holding a grudge. Why don't we go on a trip to China?
Hi, I'm Judy from New York. Please like and subscribe. I was raised by a single dad who loves me dearly. He's a successful businessman, and even though he's always busy, he makes sure to give me all the time I need. But when I first started school, I noticed that all the other kids had their moms dropping them off, and they all seemed so happy.
Dad, I want a mommy too. I want hair like these girls.
But sweetie, I can braid your hair too.
And then, when we got home, Dad tried to braid my hair, and of course, it turned out perfect. He really is amazing. Once, when I was 8, we were playing hide and seek, and I snuck into the basement and found a beautiful guitar. I asked Dad whose it was, and he said,
It's your mom's, sweetheart. She was an amazing guitarist. This was her last guitar, so I've kept it here.
But I took it to my room and started playing it on my own. Dad was amazed by my talent, and soon I started participating in school competitions. Shortly after I turned 14, Dad gave me a huge surprise. He announced that he was getting married. I was pretty excited about having a mom, and even more thrilled when I found out she had a daughter my age, Alice. But the first time Dad took us all out to dinner, Alice didn't even bother to look at me. I asked her to pass me a glass of water, but she completely ignored me. How rude! And my stepmom said to me,
Oh, honey, Alice has a hearing problem. And even though she has her hearing aids on, she likes to pretend she can't hear a thing.
Mom, I told you to keep that a secret from them. Can't you just keep one thing to yourself?
Hey, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. And we're going to be a family soon, so we don't need to keep secrets.
Oh, Judy, honey, you're so mature for your age. I'm so excited that we're going to be a family.
But Alice looked like she was ready to jump at me. My goodness, she was terrifying. On the wedding day, while we were posing for family photos, Alice suddenly stepped on my foot and I screamed. The picture ended up making me look like a screaming chimpanzee, and Alice showed it to everyone. I got along well with my stepmom, but Alice was like a demon from hell. She would scream and throw tantrums over the smallest things, and she didn't care about hurting anyone's feelings. One time, my stepmom and dad had a date, and as she walked down the stairs in her new dress, Alice screamed.
OMG, don't tell me you're wearing that. It's hideous, and you look so fat in it.
That's because I gave birth to a mean daughter like you and lost my charming figure.
I could see the sadness in her eyes. It was clear that Alice's words had really hurt her. So I quickly ran to my room and brought her a dress that suited her perfectly.
Now you look perfect. Dad won't be able to take his eyes off you tonight.
My stepmom hugged me tightly while Alice stormed off in anger. Over time, my stepmom and I grew closer. We often went shopping together, and I would spend time helping her in the kitchen.
Oh, honey, you're like the daughter I've always wanted.
And I could see the angry glare from Alice in the distance. One time, when our parents weren't home, Alice deliberately ordered spicy food. As we started eating, my throat began to burn, and I couldn't find any water. I ran around searching for it, but Alice just stood there laughing.
Look at you, running around like a mad cow. I should have added more chili to it.
You witch! You did this?
Yes, I did. That's for trying to steal my mom from me.
I jumped on her and yanked her hair, and she yanked mine. A few minutes later, our parents walked in and caught us fighting like wild monkeys.
She put chilies in my food and...
But you didn't die, did you? And Mom? Look what she did to me.
That's enough, Alice. 1 week here and you've started to show your true colors. I'm so ashamed of you. Say sorry to Jane now.
What? Have you grown old and gone crazy already? I'm not saying anything to this jerk.
The next day was Alice's first day at her new school. I was in the cafeteria with my friends when I saw Alice walk in, but suddenly she slipped and fell flat on her face. A girl, known by everyone as the school bully, started giggling.
Oh God, who's this new clown in town? Do that again so I can make a video.
You found that funny, you ugly face loser?
Alice grabbed a plate of food and threw it straight into the girl's face. Suddenly, the bully and her cronies rushed at Alice, pinning her against the wall. That's when their eyes fell on Alice's hearing aid.
Look at that! You're a freak! And you dare to mock me in front of everyone, huh? How dare you call me an ugly loser?
I was really upset by the bully's actions, so I ran over and pushed the bully away.
That's enough! Leave her alone!
You really want to mess with me because of this weirdo, Jane?
Who are you calling a weirdo? Huh? It better be your mother.
After saying that, Alice shoved the bully to the ground and she started crying. All the other girls ran off to help her. Then Alice turned her anger on me, going completely berserk.
I don't need you to save me. You got it?
Wow! Is that your thank you?
No, that's my stay the heck out of my face and my business. Mom's stupid enough to fall for your little Miss Perfect act. But I just think you're trash.
She stormed off and I didn't speak to her for days. Then, a few days later, I saw Alice hanging out with those awful bullies. But I didn't care. She had that attitude too. They were a perfect match. I was getting ready for a big art competition and was totally focused on that. But one day, while I was practicing in the art room after school, I overheard some kids talking outside.
Mrs. Susan not a teacher? She's a witch. How dare she fail all of us? We should teach her a lesson. She loves her stupid garden, right? We'll destroy her garden tonight.
Tonight? But...
No buts. Alice, are you in or out? Do you want to be part of the gang or not?
Cool, let's do this.
It was Alice's voice. Oh my gosh, this girl is really getting herself into trouble. With Dad and my stepmom away, I felt responsible for this idiot. That night, when she was sneaking out, I walked into her room.
Alice, I heard what you guys are planning to do. Don't do this. Those people are bad, and they're no one's friends.
Why can't you keep your stupid nose out of my business? You're just jealous that I hang out with the cool kids and you've only got your stupid guitar to keep you company. Just buzz off.
And she slammed the door right in my face. I was so done with her. A whole night passed and she still hadn't come home. I was about to fall asleep when I suddenly got a call from Alice. She sounded terrified and begged me to come pick her up. But when I got there, she was nowhere to be found. I started to think it was some stupid prank when I heard a noise coming from the bushes.
Judy!
I found her sitting there crying and clutching her ankle.
Oh my God, what happened?
When we were destroying the garden, suddenly the alarm went off and everybody panicked and started running away. But I sprained my leg and no one wanted to help me, so I hid here in the bushes.
It's all right. I got you. Let's get you to the hospital first.
I rushed her to the hospital and got her treated.
You were right. Those people aren't my friends, and thanks for...
Thanks. I didn't know you were familiar with that word.
Look, I'm saying I'm sorry. Don't make this harder for me. And please don't tell Mom.
I promise I won't.
After that day, we actually started to get along a bit. I thought things might finally change between us. But one day during lunch, my stepmom pulled 2 tickets out of her bag and said,
Judy, sweetheart, I have a surprise for you. I'm taking you to the biggest art theater in the world in Paris. We're going to have so much fun together.
Alice snatched the ticket from her hand and went crazy. I understood why she did it.
Just the two of you. Am I invisible to you? Your own flesh and blood.
But Alice, you don't like art or traveling or anything. I've asked you so many times.
So, I shouldn't go to Paris. Will you guys go and have fun without me? This is ridiculous. I hate you.
Alice threw her plate on the ground and ran to her room, angry tears streaming down her face. She always reacted so poorly, but I felt a little bad for her too.
I think we should take her. It's Paris, and I'm sure she'd love to travel with you and me.
Stepmom reluctantly agreed and said she'd get her a ticket too. But the very next morning, I woke up to Stepmom screaming at Alice.
You brat, stay here. I just got a call from the principal. You destroyed your teacher's garden. You destroyed your teacher's garden. They recognized your face in the CCTV camera and they were going to expel you. Do you know how much I had to beg them not to? And I have to cover all the damages. Why don't you just let me live in peace for once, Alice? Why can't you just be like Judy?
Why don't you just go and enjoy your vacation with your perfect daughter? Then why waste your time on me?
Alice!
I had an amazing time, but when I returned, the biggest shock was waiting for me. I found Alice sitting in my room with a twisted smile next to my mom's guitar, shattered beyond repair. I screamed and angrily lunged at Alice as my stepmom ran in and pulled us apart.
She smashed the only guitar my mom left behind. They were the last thing I had left of Mom. How could you be so heartless? Alice?
Your mom's guitar? I thought they were yours. I didn't know.
Alice, why would you be so awful? Sometimes I just can't believe you're my daughter.
Oh, you can't believe that now you're the one who made me so crazy. I used to be everything to you, and now Judy's your perfect daughter. Why? Is it because of my hearing impairment? I'm not good enough now? Because you've found someone better to love?
It's not like that. I've tried and tried so much with you, but nothing seems to work. You've always made me feel like you don't even like me. At least Judy made me feel worth something.
And you decided to make me feel worthless. You think you're some saint, but you're actually a horrible mother.
She shoved my stepmom to the ground and ran out of the room.
God, you're just out of control.
My stepmom sat on the floor, crying, and Alice looked confused, as if she had just realized what she had done. She just walked away and locked herself in her room. That night, when Dad came home, I told him everything that had happened, and he went to talk to Alice. 2 days later, Dad told us that Alice had agreed to go to therapy, and she quietly left without saying goodbye to anyone. I wanted to see her right away. After all, we had lived together for a long time, but she refused to meet me. So I focused on my studies and worked hard to earn a scholarship at a prestigious art school in Paris. A few days before I was set to leave, there was a knock on my door. I was shocked to see Alice standing there with a package.
Before you start screaming at me, here's something for you. Just open it, please.
I hesitantly took it from her, and as I tore off the paper, tears filled my eyes. It was a guitar signed by my mom.
How? Where did you get this?
Your dad helped me track down the person who bought this guitar, and I used all my savings to get it back. I just felt so terrible about what I did. I know this doesn't make up for everything, but I had to try. I'm working on myself, and I'm fixing my relationship with Mom. And I wanted to start fixing things with you too, Judy. If you can forgive me.
Alice, this guitar means the world to me, so thank you. And yeah, I think it will take us some time to be okay, but we can start today. Friends?
Friends?
Hey everyone, my name is Jazz, and I'm the youngest person to ever win an Oscar. So yup, I'm pretty famous. My mom's an actor too. But she hasn't achieved half of what I have at 16. I've always lived in the spotlight. My mom started taking me to red carpet shows as soon as I could talk.
Oh, our baby Jazz is such a delight. She can already do a lot of famous monologues. Go on, baby. Show them.
Look here, mister. I'm not a child, and when I say pay me my money, I mean pay it now.
So this is how my mom always made sure that I followed exactly in her footsteps to become a famous star since the day I was born. My mom made me start practicing catwalk and model poses in heels when I was only 5. Weird, huh? I know.
Mom, I can't walk. These are too high.
Nonsense. The sooner you get used to them, the better.
Ouch, my ankle.
But life was good when I was with my nanny, Miss Nona. Miss Nona also doubled as my home teacher. After classes every day, she would take me to the park where I could go play with kids my age. I loved it.
Okay, guys, let's do a race first to the top of the jungle gyms. Win. Go, go, go.
One day, Miss Nona and I came home from the park to find Mom home early. Unlike my mom, Miss Nona always cheered for me, even when I wasn't winning.
Yes, Jazz, get him, baby!
What do you mean you took my child to a park to play with filthy kids?
I'm so sorry. She was lonely and needed to play with kids her age.
My daughter does not play with street kids. Look at her. She's a star. You're fired.
No, Mom. Please don't fire Miss Nona. I love her.
Tough luck. We never found another nanny as good as Miss Nona, so Mom put me in school, but even then she would pull me out of school whenever she felt like it.
Jazz, you're going to the set with me today.
I can't. I have a math test today.
Listen here. You're about to become the biggest star of Hollywood. Trust me, with a face like that, you can afford it to be dumb.
But Mom...
By the time I went to high school, I was a certified dummy.
So, Jazz, can you tell me the chemical name for water?
I don't know. I wish my mom would let me live my life, at least for once. And I guess the universe sent help. One day, my mom and I were sharing a rare dinner together when she got a message from my agent.
Goodness, we may have to fire your agent. Would you believe that she's attempting to book you for a Broadway show in New York?
New York?
Imagine that the show is going to be for 6 months, and you'd have to be there the entire time without me. Hard pass.
6 months away from my mom, count me in. But Mom, imagine if I get to become the youngest person to win a Tony Award for the show.
I guess you're right.
Jackpot! New York! Here I come! For the very first time in my life, I felt like I was truly living. One night after rehearsals, I was alone in my hotel room when I was hit by a sudden wave of loneliness. I knew many celebrities and my pictures on social media have millions of likes, but I had never had a real friend. I looked out my window and saw people having fun, so I instantly decided to wear a disguise and take a casual stroll. I created a new face for myself, wore a cute wig, and headed into the street. Wow, no one recognized me. It was so cool without all the cameras and limelight, so on every night that I wasn't working, I disguised myself, hit the streets, and did things I was never allowed to do before. One night, I was strolling down the streets when I noticed a carnival, so I went in. Everyone was having fun, but I wished I had someone to go on the rides with. Later that night, I was going to my room when I noticed a scuffle around the fountain. I saw a boy bullying a girl my age.
Give it to me.
Unhand, Mrs. Potts! You're weirdo! You're too dumb to have a guitar!
Hey, give it back to her!
And who are you? The police!
I'm someone who's gonna kick your ass if you don't return her guitar right now. I know Taekwondo and let me show you. Then I instantly snatched it from the guy and he ran off.
Wow, you're so tough. Thank you. My name is Molly. My mom works in this hotel. So we live here. Here, your wig.
You're welcome. I tried to walk away as fast as possible, but Molly followed me.
So what's your name? Holy mother, I know you. You're Jazz.
How? No, I'm Sally.
Please, I can recognize you from a pile of anything. My mother's your biggest fan, and I've watched everything you've been in.
Ugh, fine. It is me. But please don't tell anyone. I don't want to get recognized.
Your secret is safe with me, and you know that now makes us best friends.
I thought Molly was joking, but the next day I heard a knock on my door.
Hey, bestie, get your wig. Let's go out.
To where?
The carnival. It's buzzing out there.
My heart jumped for joy. I didn't bother telling her that I had been at the carnival already. This time I had an amazing time on the rides with Molly. And just like that, Molly became my best friend. Every day she would head to school while I worked. And when she came back, we would spend hours talking about everything she did in school.
So the girl walked in and the gym teacher loses it. He starts chasing her and said, "Hey, stop sassing me." And she answered, "I'm sorry, but Sass is my middle name."
Your school sounds like so much fun. Gosh, I wish I could come with you. The thought of going to school with Molly never left me. So one day, as we were watching my Avatar World video, I got an idea. Hey, what if I registered at your school in disguise?
I love that, but how would that work?
I'll tell my agent that I need to go to school to research for a new role. She can get me in. After spending minutes convincing my agent that my mom was aware of this, she agreed. I'm going to school. The production crew synced rehearsals with free time from school, and I was good to go. On the night before I started, I was so nervous I couldn't sleep.
Okay, first thing, you need a new name.
What about Sally?
I like it. Nice to meet you, Sally.
The school was nothing like my private school. It was chaotic and loud and some parts smelled, but I loved it. And I loved finally being ordinary. I actually loved being expected to do homework. and life was going great.
Sally, I read your book report. It was great. Good job.
When the teacher handed me my paper with 97 written boldly on it, I instantly jumped on her and hugged her. Oh, thank you! The whole class was laughing at me, but I wasn't embarrassed at all. Molly was one of the popular girls in her class, and by being her friend, I was instantly popular too. We got invited to all the parties, and everyone wanted to hang out with us. One day, we were having lunch in the cafeteria. I was sitting at the table with Molly and her cheerleading squad.
We need a new member of the cheer team ASAP. Rhea has mono.
I can do it!
You have cheered before?
I wanted to tell her that I had only played a cheerleader in a movie, but instead I said, "Yep." I even led my team to the regional finals.
Perfect. We're gonna make it just in time for the pep rally.
What is a pep rally? We don't do that at my school.
You'll see.
The pep rally was a festival like nothing I had ever seen, and the preparation was intense. The cheer team practiced every day, but I couldn't stop feeling that the routine was so boring. After watching them kill themselves every day at practice, I decided to step up and make it better. Guys, I have an idea. I can teach you guys the routine my squad used to win a regional competition in California. After 2 days of hard work, we nailed it, and it was glorious.
Wait, isn't this the routine? From that movie that Jazz was in?
Yeah, my squad got inspired by it.
I get it. Jazz is a goddess. If I ever met her, I would kiss her feet and ask her to marry me.
I should have known that good things must always end. We were amazing at the pep rally, and we went viral on YouTube. A few weeks after the video went viral, everything went to hell. We were in class the day the nightmare started.
Will Sally and Molly report to the principal's office immediately?
I walked into the office and I felt my blood drain from my body.
Well. Hello, Sally.
Mom, what? How?
How dare you? And this is the rascal who put you to this.
No, this is all my idea. I'm sorry, Mom.
My deepest apologies, ma'am. I'm not sure how something like this happened, but we take full responsibility.
Hello, I'm Molly's mom. Sorry I'm late.
Miss Nona!
Oh, you. I should have known you had a hand in this.
What? How do you know my mother?
Shut up, I can see right through you. I know your devil mother puts you up to this.
Don't speak about my mother like that.
What is happening?
We're going home right now.
By the time we made it outside, the whole school had heard who I was.
Can you believe we have been with Jazz all this time? One time we even shared a straw. True story.
Jazz, is that really you? I'm gonna tell my grandchildren one day that I cheered with Jazz.
Please, Jazz, follow me on Instagram.
Mom, please talk to me. What is going on?
All you need to know is that Nona woman is a devil who wanted to take you away from me.
That makes no sense. I didn't even know she was Molly's mom, and Miss Nona loved me as a baby.
Huh, that's what they want you to think. But believe me, none of this was a coincidence. The faster we're away from this dump, the better.
My mother refused to give me the answers I needed. It was a little weird that Molly was Miss Nona's daughter, but Molly was my friend. No way she was up to something like Mom suggested. I had to find the answers myself, and all the answers I needed were in New York. I had my heart in my mouth as I knocked on Molly's door, and a horrified Miss Nona opened up.
You can't be here, get out!
Miss Nona, please help me understand, please! Then Miss Nona let me in, and she told me the story that changed my life forever.
16 years ago, my beloved sister died while giving birth to a beautiful baby. I instantly fell in love with you, but I was too young and financially unstable to keep you. So I gave you up for adoption, but never stopped wondering about you. Then I found out that you were adopted by a famous actor and have a great life. But then I saw you on that red carpet with your mother. You were just 2 and acting already. I saw sadness in your eyes that haunted me. So I came to work for your mother. I thought that with the life that she could give you and me being present, you were going to be just fine. But then...
But what? She fired you because of the park, right?
Well, that's what I thought. But she found out who I really was. I don't know how, but a week after she fired me, she came to my house with the police. She framed me for stealing jewelry. They were going to put me in jail unless I signed a deal never to contact you again. So I left LA. but every time I saw you on the screens, I felt a gush of regret for giving you up for adoption. I wanted to fight for you, Jazz, but I didn't know how. She's powerful and I'm a nobody.
Is that why you love her movies so much?
Yes, watching her on screen was the only way I felt connected to her. I'm so sorry, Jazz.
It's crazy that you're actually my cousin.
An instant surge of rage washed over me. My mother had a lot of explaining to do. Mom was home when I reached home. I'm adopted, right?
How dare you leave this house without my permission?
All my life, I told myself that you worked me like a horse because you wanted me to be better. But that's a lie. All of it is a lie. It was only your greed, right?
Oh, you're pathetic ingrate. I picked you up from the gutter, loved you, and this is what I get in return.
You never loved me. You've made me work every day of my life. You picked and groomed me to be a money machine for you. You tortured the only family I had.
That Nona woman is a thorn in my flesh. So what? I gave you a good life. I gave you fame, and you made me money. Because of me, there is one less poor child in the system. I mean, I'm almost a saint.
You're a monster!
Ugh, enough with this name-calling. Let's calmly talk about this and resolve this.
I'm going upstairs and I'll pack everything I own and will never return.
Huh? You own nothing. Do you think I'm a fool? You're my investment. I own you. Your face and your name are all trademarked by me. Every penny, all mine, you dummy.
I felt dizzy. Was the woman I called mother always a monster? You know, you always told me that being beautiful meant that I didn't need to be smart. I'm so glad that I never listened to you.
OMG, you're live.
I've been recording you the whole time. Now the world knows exactly what you are.
End scene. Come on, guys. You know, I wasn't serious. I was role-playing for a new movie.
The 3 million people who watched the live knew she was serious. It took 16 years, but her mask finally slipped and the world saw her as the devil she was. As for me, after getting the charges against Miss Nona dropped, I moved to New York to live with her. She was like a mom to me. I've also taken a break from acting to be just a normal girl now. Maybe one day I'll return to acting, but for now, I'm just a girl studying to win a scholarship in the top university in New York. And guys, I'm loving my perfectly imperfect life.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and my mom is my best friend. She's amazing. She's a doctor, and she's raising me all by herself. She gives me everything I could want and need. I want to be just like her when I grow up. Do you look up to your mom too? Please don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks! I couldn't wait for school to end. It was my birthday the next day, and Mom said that I was going to get the newest smartwatch after her shift at the hospital, a few blocks away from the mall, when her phone rang.
Dr. Johnson.
A panicky voice from the car speaker said,
Jade is giving birth right now. We're not going to make it to the hospital.
Mom quickly turned a corner. She told the man that she was on her way.
Sorry, honey. It's a good thing that we're close to their house. We can go shopping after.
I quickly nodded. My mom made another call and instructed the hospital to send an ambulance right away. Mom stopped the car and jumped out. I followed her into the house. A very pregnant woman was kneeling beside the couch, and there was a puddle of water under her legs. Mom ran over to the woman and asked her husband for some clean towels.
It's all right, Jade. I'm here, and it's time for you to push.
I watched in awe by the door. The woman was crying and pushing and screaming. Her husband was sweating and running around with a ton of towels. It was chaos. My mom was the only calm person in the room. Suddenly, I heard another sound break through the screens and pants. It was the sound of a crying baby.
She's here. Your daughter has arrived.
Mrs. Jade gasped when my mom handed her the baby. My jaw dropped when I realized that I'd just seen one being born. It was scary and incredible at the same time. The ambulance arrived a few minutes later, and my mom gently patted Jade's hand.
Everything's fine,
she added with a gentle smile.
I'll check in on you at the hospital.
We headed back to our own car. Mom said that we'd have to go home first so she could change.
Are you all right, honey? You look pale.
I guess I did. I was still in shock. You were amazing, Mom. You didn't freak out at all. That woman looked like she was in so much pain. But the moment you handed her the baby, it seemed like she forgot about everything else. My mom squeezed my hand.
That's how I felt when I gave birth to you. It's joy and pain all at once, and it's all worth it, especially if your child ends up being a wonderful daughter like you.
She added that around 250 babies are born every minute. Wow, that means that there are 250 soon-to-be mothers going into labor right now. I gasped. No wonder my mom was doing so well as an obstetrician. She delivered a new baby every few days. Mom headed for the shower as soon as we got home. While I waited for her, the phone rang. It was my dad. You're not going to believe what I saw today. And I told him about watching my mom do her work. Dad laughed and proudly proclaimed that my mom was amazing.
When your brother Josh was born, Emma was screaming and miserable too, until she held him in his arms. When can you come and visit anyway? He misses you already.
I promised that I would visit my dad and his new family soon. I loved playing with my half-brother Josh. He was so cute. My dad's wife Emma wasn't so bad, but it still bugged me that my parents had never married and Emma wasn't half as amazing as my mom. After a few weeks, Mom came home looking very excited.
I got promoted. I'm going to be head of the department.
I was so happy for her. And when I found out she wasn't going to be working as much, I was so happy for me too. It meant that we could spend more time together. It was great. We had picnics and played frisbee in the front yard. I was standing by the porch when the frisbee came whizzing my way. I jumped, but I must have landed wrong. The next thing I knew, a lump appeared on my forehead.
Sarah!
Mom cried as she ran towards me. I think I hit my head on the edge of the step. It really hurts. Mom cleaned up my wound. She said it wasn't deep and I just needed to apply pressure to it. She made me some of my favorite mac and cheese and sent me to bed early that night. I remember thinking that I was the luckiest girl in the world for having such an amazing mother. But sadly, our fun times ended that day. The next few months were busy time at the hospital. Mom was rarely home. She left early and came home late. I started to complain about never seeing her anymore. She still keeps giving me gifts, but I didn't want a new camera or another new phone. I just wanted her. I couldn't talk to her anymore because she never had time for me. When I turned 14, things got even worse. Mom couldn't be with me on my birthday. I had to stay with my dad for a few days while Mom was at a conference. I could see that Emma was trying to be nice, but I didn't want her. I wanted my mom.
I made your favorite, mac and cheese.
She proudly said. I took a bite, but I spit it out immediately. Ew! This tastes gross. It's not like Mom's mac and cheese at all. Dad got mad when I said that I gave him the side eye while he and Emma played with little Josh. If he hadn't married that awful Emma, he would have married my mom, and maybe she wouldn't have to work so hard all the time. I was counting down the hours until Mom arrived to pick me up. Then the phone rang. It was Mom, but she said she was running late. I got so mad at her for making me wait again. When I get home, she said,
"We'll go on a vacation, just the two of us, okay? I promise. You're gonna have a great time."
But I was sick of her promises. I don't believe you anymore. I don't care if you don't ever come home. When you're here, you don't even notice me. I wish you weren't my mother. I slammed the phone down and ran to my room. I was so mad at everyone. Dad tried to talk to me, but I didn't open the door. Finally, he left. But after an hour, he was back again.
Sarah!
He cried with a voice I'd never heard him use before.
We have to go to the hospital.
I couldn't believe my ears when he explained that Mom was in the hospital. She had gotten into a car crash just an hour ago. But I just talked to her. I cried. I was so scared the whole time in the waiting room. I was terrified for my mom. And deep down, I knew it was my fault. Mom probably got so upset after I screamed at her. That was the reason she got into a crash. I wanted to tell her that I didn't mean what I said. I wanted to tell her that I loved her so much they wouldn't even let me see her. An hour later, finally, a doctor came out and talked to us.
I'm sorry, she's in a bad way. We're doing everything we can, but I don't think it's going to be enough. You have to prepare yourself for the worst.
I turned to my dad. Well, what did he mean by that? I gasped. Dad couldn't even look me in the eye. He quietly told me to pray for Mom. I couldn't take it anymore. I knew my mom was suffering, and it was all my fault. I couldn't stop the tears. I stumbled away and ran as fast as my legs could take me to the exit. Outside, I found myself by a bus stop, and I got on the first bus that passed, not caring where it took me, as long as it was far away from here. Hours passed into days. I can't remember how I got where I was. The only real thing I felt was the hard bench I slept on and the gaping hole in my chest where my heart used to be. I was to blame for everything. It hurt so much to remember the last thing I said to her. How could I be such a terrible person after everything my mom had done for me? I was just sitting and staring into space when I heard the scream. Right in front of me, sprawled on the curb, was an older girl with a bleeding forehead. I jumped up and ran over to her. "Hold still. Let me check if it's deep." Thankfully, the wound was shallow. I took off my jacket and told the girl to apply pressure on it. Then I asked if there was a place where we could wash it.
I sleep in the women's shelter. It's just a few blocks away.
The shelter was a dirty place, and it was very crowded. But at least there was running water and soap in the bathroom. After a while, the girl calmed down.
Thanks, I was so scared I thought I'd split my skull open.
For the first time in a long time, I smiled. It felt nice to help someone.
Do you have a place to stay? My name is Maggie. You can stay in the shelter with me if you want.
Maggie and I became friends. She brought me to a soup kitchen where we ate a hot meal. She led me to a church basement so I could find a jacket. Maggie was nice, and for a while I forgot that I was homeless and alone. But no matter what I did, I could never forget the last words I ever spoke to my mom. I told Maggie that I ran away, but I didn't tell her why. Life went on that way for a long time. It was hard to accept my new life, but I had no other choice. The shelter was always full of girls who had run away or who were in trouble. There was a young mom named Stella who had a little boy. She said that she used to have a small apartment and that she worked 3 jobs just to pay for rent and food. But it wasn't enough. She lost her home, and now she was struggling to feed her little boy.
But no matter where we end up, as long as my baby Jasper is with me, we'll be fine.
I couldn't help but think about my mom when I looked at her. Mom worked so hard just to give me a good life. But I could see now that I was ungrateful, spoiled, and mean. If I'd been a better daughter, I would still be with her. A few months later, I noticed that Maggie had started throwing up a lot. At first, I thought she had food poisoning. It's not the food.
I think I'm pregnant.
I was shocked. Maggie was just a few years older than me. How was she going to have a baby in this situation? Poor Maggie was miserable the whole time. She was too tired and too weak to do anything. All she did was sleep while her belly grew bigger. I did everything I could just to make life easier for her, but Maggie was having a really hard time with her pregnancy. Thankfully, the shelter allowed her to stay. They told me that I could stay for as long as I liked too. But that was because I was the only one who could tie a bandage or examine the injuries of girls who just arrived. We became family, but I never really belonged there. Monsters like me don't deserve to belong anywhere. Another few months went by. Then one night, Maggie woke up everyone with her screams.
It hurt so bad.
She yelled. The other girls shrink back in fear, but I couldn't. Maggie was my friend. I held her hand while she screamed in pain. Then her water broke.
How? I think the baby is coming now.
I was terrified, but I was the only one who could help her. I asked the girls to find clean towels. As I looked at Maggie's anguished face, I remembered the other woman, Jade. My mom delivered her baby in the living room. It's all right, Maggie, I'm here, and it's time for you to push. She did, over and over again. In a matter of minutes, the baby came. I wrapped the baby in a clean towel and handed it to her. Like Jade, she forgot that she had just been screaming a few seconds ago. She forgot that she was in a shelter. She forgot that she was broke. All that mattered was that little baby in her arms. I couldn't believe what I'd just done. And I couldn't believe the transformation on Maggie's face. I was so relieved when someone said that the ambulance was here. Maggie kept insisting that I go to the hospital with her. Then the doctors checked her and the baby out. After a few moments, the doctor came to talk to me.
Maggie said that you delivered her baby. How old are you?
I told her I was only 16. To be honest, I was so scared. It happened so quickly, but now I'm just exhausted. The doctor laughed and told me that I did a good job. I felt really proud. Then I wondered if my mom would have been proud of me too if she knew. Maggie went back to the shelter a few days later. She kept thanking me, and she said she'd name the baby after me. She also went back to her parents' house. It was different now that little Sarah was here. Then she told me that a TV news crew had interviewed her at the hospital, and that's how her parents had found her. I think that's how my dad found me too. He and Emma arrived a few days later to take me home. My dad hugged me so tightly. I wanted to tell him about everything that had happened, But no words came out. I could only cry. Emma wiped away my tears.
It's time to go home now, Sarah.
And I nodded. So we got back into the car and drove home. But after a few hours, I realized that we weren't going back to their house. We were on a long road with big longs on both sides of the street. My breath caught in my throat. It looked like we were driving to the cemetery. I can't do this right now, I said, and I began to panic. My dad was firm.
It's time to face it. You've run away long enough.
I wanted to apologize to my mom, but I didn't think I was ready to see her grave.
Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry.
Dad parked the car, and they led me towards a building. I was confused. Why was there a building in the middle of a cemetery? We walked down a series of corridors and knocked on a door. It took some time for it to open, but when it did, I gasped. Mom was inside. She was very thin, but she was alive. I'm so sorry. I gasped and I ran to hug her.
You've gotten so big. I was so worried about you. Please don't blame yourself for the accident,
Mom said, while she stroked my cheek.
A car crashed into mine while I was driving home. I can't walk anymore. But it's not your fault, Sarah.
Suddenly, Mom made a fist and banged it on the bed.
How I wish I could take care of you, but I can barely take care of myself.
I took Mom's hand. Even in her state, her main concern was taking care of me. Then everything I saw about mothers and their children flashed through my mind. Emma with Josh, Stella with her son, and even Maggie with her new daughter. Mom, it's time to go home together. You looked after me better than any mom ever could, and now it's time for me to do the same for you. Hi, my name is Allison, but everyone calls me Allie. Please like and subscribe. Growing up, my parents were real-life superheroes. They didn't fly or shoot laser beams out of their eyes, but they saved lives daily. They both worked for Doctors Without Borders, and they traveled to remote villages worldwide to provide the best medical care. Sometimes they'd even fall sick themselves, but that never stopped them from helping people. And I wanted to be just like them. Once, when I was 6, my nanny took me to the park and I saw a little girl crying. She told me her puppy got off its leash and ran away. I felt so bad for her that we stayed there for 4 hours looking for it until we finally found it.
Thank you so much. You're my hero.
I felt so proud to be like my parents, even if it was just a little. And growing up, I took every opportunity to do so. Other than the fact that my parents were gone for months, my life was kind of perfect, and I had everything I could ever want. But in the 10th grade, everything changed forever. One afternoon, I was in my room watching some Avatar World videos on YouTube when my parents returned from a trip to Venezuela. As I hugged them, I noticed a girl my age standing behind them. She was small and thin, and she held a cane as a walking stick. She also wore very large headphones and looked bored. My parents welcomed her in and then turned to me.
Honey, this is Gabriella from Venezuela. We adopted her. She's your new sister.
We know this will be an adjustment, but just think of this as the new chapter for us as a family.
What the heck? An adjustment? This was a bombshell. You didn't think to mention it before now?
¿Qué está diciendo? Habla demasiado rápido.
Does she speak any English? How am I supposed to, talk to her?
Puedo dibujarle un dibujo si eso ayuda.
She wants to draw you a picture.
Listo. La niña soy yo y la vaca eres tú.
She pointed to the cow and then to me. Then she pointed to the girl and back at herself. Did she just call me a cow?
No, she's just excited for you guys to play with each other.
We didn't even have an extra room, so it turned out she'd be sharing mine. My parents had lost their minds. Here, you should take my bed, and the mattress might not be that comfy.
Gracias, hermana. Si estás incómoda, ni me importa.
You're welcome, I guess. On Monday, my parents enrolled Gabriella in my school. I had to babysit her the entire day. I was late to every class because she couldn't walk very fast, and explaining the situation repeatedly to the teachers was exhausting. It was also hard to communicate with her, and at home, sharing a room with her was awful. I had no privacy and she snored. I hugged my pillows around my head, but nothing helped. I wanted to scream. When I couldn't take it anymore, I went downstairs to sleep on the couch. I was just about to doze off when I got a text from my boyfriend, Trevor.
Hey, want to go out for a walk? I'm outside.
We'd met a couple of months ago when we signed up for a karate class, and we'd been inseparable ever since. I quickly got dressed, making sure to be as quiet as a mouse and not wake up anyone. Then I slipped out the window and ran down the driveway. As soon as I saw him, I jumped into his arms. You will not believe the day I've had.
Try me.
We began walking down the street, hand in hand, and I told him everything. By the time I finished my rant, he hugged me and offered to translate for me at school to make things easier with Gabriella. At least someone was on my side. When I got home, I was relieved that everyone was still sound asleep. I peeked over at Gabriella, and I noticed some papers lying underneath the bed. When I checked them, I saw she'd worked on some pretty advanced math equations. She even scribbled out the parts where the teachers had made mistakes. Wow, this girl was a genius! Suddenly I had an idea. The school hosted a huge math quiz competition, and the grand prize was a full scholarship to university. If she won this, she'd be set for life. And if I helped her, maybe we'd be on better terms with each other. The next day I signed her name up and looked for her everywhere to tell her the news. I finally found her on the playground with Trevor. When I came over, Trevor put his arm around me and suddenly her face dropped. Okay, good. You've met, babe. I need you to tell her some amazing news for me. I excitedly told him everything, and before he even finished translating, Gabriella exploded.
¿Estás loca?
Wait, was she mad?
Why are you butting into my business?
Shut the front door. So wait, you suddenly speak perfect English? Why have you been trying to lie to us this whole time? Gabriella suddenly looked so mean.
Just to bother you, because I can, and how dare you sign me up for something without even asking me?
I was just trying to do something nice for you.
Well, stop! I don't need anything from you.
With that, she stormed off and I was shocked. I tried to tell my parents that she'd lied about not knowing English, but they were so in love with her. They didn't believe me.
Come on, honey. Why would she do that?
I know it's hard for everyone to adjust, but try and be more cooperative, please.
Are you freaking kidding me? Whenever she was around them, she acted all sweet and innocent, but every time they left the room, she was a totally different person.
Your parents didn't believe you, did they? Gosh, they're so stupid!
Hey, you don't talk about them like that. After everything they've done for you.
So what? Now there's some kind of heroes, and I should worship them for saving a poor little girl like me? Well, I didn't ask for it. They just did it to feel good about themselves.
As she walked off, I was stunned. This girl was really something, and she seemed to hate us all. I had to find a way to show my parents the truth. At school, I noticed that Gabby would often sneak off during lunch, so I decided to follow her one day and see what she was up to. I found her sitting in the music room by the piano. She was playing a soft tune, and I had to admit she was really good. That's beautiful.
What do you want?
Answers mostly. An apology would be nice too.
You're not getting one. Can you please leave me alone?
Why are you hiding out here?
It's quiet and people don't stare at me or pity me.
Just then, she winced in pain and I saw her rubbing her leg. Does it hurt a lot?
All the time, but I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, fine. And listen, I'm sorry for butting in about this competition, but I've seen your work and you could actually win this thing. Think about your future. Don't do it for anyone else.
Why do you even care?
Believe it or not, but I think we're a lot alike. We're both stubborn, headstrong, and not easily scared of a challenge. In a perfect world, we might actually be friends.
I doubt it, but I guess getting some independence won't be so bad for me.
You've got nothing to lose, right? When the competition came around, Gabriella aced it. She solved all the questions and left everyone else in the dust. My parents, Trevor and I cheered her on happily as she received her award. And later at dinner, Gabriella even confessed about lying to everyone.
I'm really sorry for not being honest. I don't know what came over me.
Although Mom and Dad were shocked to hear her perfect English, they accepted her apology happily. They also apologized to me, and I felt so relieved. The next week at school, she was on cloud 9. Everywhere we went, people complimented her. I even noticed her flirting with the school's heartthrob at lunch. I was glad her confidence was so much better. Even though I'd noticed she'd been limping more lately, everything seemed to be going smoothly until one day when I was heading to class and I overheard the guy laughing with his friends.
Being with Gabs is so cool. She's super nice and everything. But what's really cool is that she's doing all of my assignments for me. I'm getting A's for the first time ever. Ha 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 ha.
Dude, that's awesome. Maybe I should flirt with her too.
That no good dirtbag. I needed to tell Gabby before she got hurt. I found her in the library, and to my shock, she was sitting there doing his homework. You need to throw that in the trash. That guy is no good.
¿Qué?
I overheard the jerk bragging to his friends about how he's got you doing all his homework.
So I want to help him. He's nice and I like him.
He's just using you, Gabby. You can't let him treat you this way.
Are you telling me he's too good for someone like me and he couldn't possibly like me for me?
No, but that's not what I...
'Cause I'm the freak with a disability, right?
Why would you even think that? I've been trying every day to bond with you, but you're so difficult. What is your problem?
Everything. I hate it here. I'm just this charity case you parade around to tell people how good you all are. You don't really understand me, and I wish I'd never come here.
I couldn't believe her after all this time. I thought we'd gotten past that, but I guess not. Well, if you're so miserable, then go. Who's stopping you? Nobody. Suddenly, Gabriella began to cry, and before I could say anything else, she stormed off. I tried looking for her once I'd cooled down, but I couldn't find her anywhere. I called Trevor, and when I told him what had happened, he came over immediately. I went too far, and I didn't mean it really. She's just so frustrating.
I think she's just hurting a lot more than she's letting on. Let's go find her.
We searched for hours all over the neighborhood. Soon it started to rain like crazy, and I was so worried about her. But we finally found her sitting in the park. She was drenched and shivering like crazy, so I quickly wrapped my jacket around her. I'm not sure what's going on with you, but I think it has less to do with me and more to do with this. I picked up her cane. Gabby looked at me with tears in her eyes.
It's so unfair. I'll never be a normal girl like you.
That's not true. Whatever's going on, Gabby, we will handle it together as a family.
Why would you even want me? I'm just a big mess. That's why no one's ever wanted me.
We want you, stupid, but you have to stop pushing us away.
I'm not getting any better. I'm just a huge burden.
No, you're not. You'd know that if you took a second to get to know us. Please, just come home. I held out my hand to her, and when she took it, I hugged her tight. We're a family now. Get used to it. The next day, we took her to the hospital, and after many tests, Gabby was diagnosed with a rare muscle condition. The doctor started her treatment, and she had to be at the hospital for a few weeks. I stayed by her bedside every day, refusing to go home until she did.
Don't worry, baby. We'll make sure Gabby gets the best possible treatment. She's going to be fine.
She still needed months of physiotherapy, but we could finally take her home. Mom and Dad had decorated the living room with a huge sign that said, "Welcome home." Trevor was also there, and a few friends she'd made at school. Gabby looked so shocked when she saw everyone, and I could tell that she hadn't expected such a big welcome.
Thank you all for this. I guess I will just have to learn to live with you all being so annoyingly affectionate.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's how we roll, and you're stuck with us for good now. I think I like the sound of that very much.
Hi, my name is Awena from Chicago. Please like and subscribe. My mom had me when she was in her final year of drama school. Growing up, Dad wasn't around much and eventually left when I was just 4. For me, my mom was everything and I absolutely adored her. Since my mom was the most gorgeous woman, people used to think we were sisters. She was gorgeous and I guess I got my good looks from her. One time when I was 7, Mom and I went to the mall and were having lunch in the food court and a waiter asked for her number.
You look like you're in high school, baited kid, or else I'll tell your manager. A mom and a daughter can't have lunch in peace.
After lunch, while we were strolling around, we saw a dance competition. I joined the competition at my mom's suggestion, even though I had never danced before, and to my surprise, I won. When the people started taking pictures of me and told my mom how I looked like Moana, Mom was over the moon.
I know, right? I'm so going to make her a star.
When we got home, I asked Mom about what she had said that morning. Mommy, like the stars in the sky or like the ones on my dress?
A movie star, sweetie.
From there on, Mom focused all her energy into making me a star. In school, I was always in plays, and one time, the school school organized a play about a princess and a witch, and my teacher decided to give others a chance to come forward and made me the wicked witch instead of princess. But guess what? I aced that role too. Mom was so proud of me, but she wanted me to focus only on my acting career, so she started to homeschool me and hired acting tutors. They'd give me long scripts to memorize, and it would just exhaust me. Mom also wanted me to focus on maintaining an ideal weight, and she wouldn't let me eat any junk food, and worse, no ramen noodles, which was my favorite.
It's for the best, my love. Remember a moment on the lips, forever on the hips.
Oh, that wasn't all. Mom also had the knack of embarrassment and stress me out.
No, it's not Giacho. It's pronounced Giacho. What am I paying you for?
Mom, please. He is Italian. You know, I think you should let the professional do his job.
But he's not doing it right. The audition is tomorrow, and we have so little time left to perfect your Italian accent.
Well, the teachers stormed out and I was left to practice with Mom. The next day, I was pretty nervous because I had a lot of trouble remembering my Italian lines. Right when I decided to have another look at the script, I realized it was gone. Just then I spotted a girl looking really sneaky. It was Chloe. She used to be my friend when I started out my career, but the more roles I got, the more she hated me, and she didn't even try to hide it. We were always up against each other. For every advertisement, I followed her, and what I saw made me scream. Chloe threw my script into the trash. What are you doing?
So you're not just bad at acting, you also have bad eyesight. I'm getting rid of it, duh. I want this role. I hate it when my mom keeps comparing me to you. I am better than you.
Oh, this witch, I wanted to slap her. Of course she compares me to you. I'm good at what I do. Unlike you jealous two-faced witch. Chloe stormed off angrily, and while chasing after her, I bumped into a man, almost making him drop his camera. He noticed I was in tears, and then I told him what happened.
Whoa, didn't know she was a nasty player, huh? You know what?
Just then he pulled out the script and gave it to me. He was the camera person for the advertisement and had the script with him. As I was practicing, I noticed him setting up the camera and couldn't stop staring. He then showed me how to set it up and even shot a video as I watched. And that was the day I knew I loved being behind the camera more than in front of it. Time flew by, and on my 18th birthday, I received the best news ever. After the party, while cleaning up, I heard the sound of glass breaking and my mom screaming in the kitchen. Mom, what's wrong? Are you hurt?
You got it. Oh my God, you got it.
Mom, slow down.
You got the audition for Elijah film.
Elijah Miller's film? The most award-winning director? I'm a huge fan of his. I couldn't believe it. I guess it was the first time I felt like I could really be a star. Really hard, and seeing me so focused, Mom looked pretty happy.
There is no way you aren't getting this role.
Mom, I am excited, but don't get my hopes up.
Why shouldn't I always have your eye on the prize? Got it.
A day before the audition, I felt very stressed, so I took my camera and stepped out to get some fresh air. I bought the camera after an audition years ago. I began shooting videos every time I felt overwhelmed with the stress of auditions, but the most I did was make reels and put it up on Instagram under a different account. The videos did very well, and many people appreciated my work and even suggested I send it to filmmakers. But I had to focus on becoming an actor, Mom's dream and all. The day of my audition had finally arrived. I was shaking with excitement and nerves. Mom was there as always to support me on this big day. We suddenly saw some of the actors run with their friends and family members towards the door. My eyes almost popped out of my socket when I saw the Elijah Miller walk in. What happened next dropped my jaw on the floor.
Sachin?
Oh my God, Elijah, it's been a long time. You still remember me.
My mother knew Elijah Miller? What the heck? They kept talking and laughing like they've known each other for years. And they did. Turns out Elijah studied at the same school as Mom and knew each other. She then introduced me to him, and I tried my best not to throw up, scream, and cry all at the same time.
Awena, it's nice to finally meet you. The last time I saw you was when you were a baby.
It's nice to meet you too. I'm a big fan of your work. Elijah Miller saw me as a baby. What? Okay, Mom talks about everything under the sun to me, and she keeps this important information to herself. But oh my God, Elijah Miller knows me. Mom sent me away so she could talk to Elijah. As I walked towards the room, I felt someone's leg before I tripped and fell screaming in pain. Everyone came rushing towards me, and I noticed my ankle was beginning to fell up. It was that snake again, Chloe.
Oh my God, Awena, are you all right? How dare she?
And then I heard Mom yell like crazy, and soon Chloe was taken away.
Looks like everyone saw her trip me. Let me go. She's always taking my roles.
Wow, I didn't know she hated me that much. Mom helped me up and took me to the room where my audition was taking place. Even though I tried to do my best given the situation, I still felt on edge and began stuttering. Mom then suddenly walked up to Elijah.
She is good, trust me, it's just the foot, just let her finish.
And then Elijah did the most weird thing. He handed Mom my script.
I trust you, Sachin. After all, she is your daughter.
Well, the audition went well, or so I thought, but days had gone by and I stopped waiting by the phone to hear news about my audition. I had almost given up hope, but one day, when Mom and I were watching a a movie at home, her phone rang and she went ultrasonic after she cut the call.
Owena.
Mom, words?
You got a role in Elijah movie.
You're kidding, right? I'm sure I ruined it.
No, you didn't, but it isn't the one you auditioned for. They said someone else got that and you got the other one, which is like the second lead.
Mom, it doesn't matter. I get to act. In Elijah's movie, Mom and I were screaming our lungs out when the doorbell rang and Elijah walked in. What is he doing here?
Sorry for showing up unannounced. I just wanted to personally give the good news.
We just got the call about Owena being cast in the movie.
Oh yes, congratulations, Owena, but that's not what I'm here for. Sachin, I have decided to cast you for the lead role. I know you didn't audition, but...
What the what?
Exactly, Elijah. I didn't audition.
But I want you for the role, only you.
Oh my, really? Owena isn't that great?
I felt so hurt and betrayed, and when Elijah left, I spat. You're kidding, right? You can't take this role.
Why not?
I can't believe this. I walked away from Mom and ignored her for days. My anger towards this whole situation was just increasing. One day, when I went out to clear my mind with my camera while I was recording for my video, I was surprised to see Elijah appear in the frame. He was sitting in the restaurant with my mom. Here I was struggling with my sprained ankle, feeling guilty, betrayed, and used because of her. And she's having lunch dates with him. I cannot believe her. The minute she reached home after her date with Elijah, I exploded. How could you? This is why you came along with me to the audition. You wanted it all along. You put this big dream over my head for years just to snatch it away.
Honey, what are you talking about? There's some misunderstanding. Owena, you know I would never do that. It's always been my dream to see you become a big star. Why would I?
Yeah, right. Your dream to see yourself become the star, not me. You are a selfish person. You used me to get this audition, and now you're flirting with Elijah to get this role. The role you prepared me for all these years. You know something? I didn't even want to be an actor. I wanted to do it for you, to make you proud.
But Owena, honey, I thought you liked it. Why didn't you ever tell me you weren't into this?
Oh, forget about it. I wish I left with Dad. Maybe then I wouldn't have been used like this. The second the words left my mouth and I saw my mom's face, my heart broke, but the feeling of betrayal overpowered me. Days passed by, and every time I saw Mom around the house, I would walk the opposite way. She tried to talk to me and would get me food, but I ignored all of it. One day, I decided to stay out the entire day. I didn't want to see her face and say awful things to her again. Great, I'm still thinking about how she'll feel. As I was busy recording some videos, I saw a car with tinted windows slow down next to me. Like my life wasn't bad enough, and now I have some creep who might kidnap me. Right as I was about to try and run, the window rolled down and I saw Elijah smiling at me. He offered to drop me home and I accepted only because of my sprained ankle.
So, still angry at Mom?
How did he know?
That day I wasn't exactly out of the house yet when you... Anyway, I wanted to tell you that it's not Sachin's fault, you know. This was her role from the beginning.
Her role. And then Elijah told me the most shocking thing. He has always had an elephant-sized crush on Mom since school, and he wrote this script with her in mind. He asked Mom several times to act in the film, but she kept denying, and when she agreed, she found out she was having me.
I told her that she can do this role after you were old enough as well, but she said being an actor wasn't her dream anymore. You were. But I never stopped trying. I even met her one afternoon to convince her, but she said no. Looks like I'll have to scrap the idea to ever make this movie.
I was in a state of shock and felt extremely guilty. As soon as we reached home, I thanked Elijah and rushed inside straight to Mom and hugged her.
Owena, where have you been?
Mom, I am so sorry for saying such awful things.
It's fine, honey. You were angry and I understand. I'm sorry too, but I want to tell you that I didn't take the role. I don't want anything to come between us, ever.
But you have to take the role. It's been yours from the beginning. I know Elijah told me everything. He won't do the movie without you.
But honey, I can't.
No buts. Now please let Elijah know before he announces it publicly that the movie is scrapped.
Okay, but let's first have this.
Mom then gave me a bowl of steaming ramen noodles and I almost screamed with happiness. The next morning, Mom contacted Elijah to let him know that she would take the role. Elijah even offered me the role of an intern so I would learn more about filmmaking. A few years after the movie, Elijah asked Mom to marry him and she said yes. And me, I went to film school and got a degree in filmmaking. But before I finish the story, I want to remind you that throwing away other people's things is not okay. We must respect each other's privacy.